Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another interesting video topic. trying to be more enthusiastic. Anyway, that's my slogan. Coming back at you with another interesting video topic. How's that? I want to talk about beautiful day out here. I have a video coming up. It's talking about Nancy Goodwin, the racist lady in the restaurant. I got that uploading right now. So check that video out. I want to talk about single women dating married men. I was going to title this video something else, but I was going to title it Close Your Legs to Married Men, to be honest. I was going to title the video Close Your Legs to Married Men. Nene Leak's comment, she didn't put a patent on that. She doesn't own that comment, but I don't want to come across as being judgmental. I don't like to come across as being too judgmental. So I retitled the video Dating Married Men, because I'm not coming from a place of judgment, but just basically trying to educate people, educate women, empower women, teach women, you know, if we know better, as women, if we know better, we do better. That's all us women across the board. If we know better, we do better, right? So that's what I want to talk about. Single women dating married men. I did a video talking about um, reasons to not reasons to not be with a married man. Check that video out. I didn't get a lot of hits on that, but that's a good video. Check that video out. But this video, I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go more into to depth of that topic because I got some little personal testimony I want to share with you. Um, when you a single woman and you're dealing with a married man, that's no good, ladies. It's no good. It's first of all, right off the bat, we have to know our worth. As women, we have to, it's very vital. This is huge. It's vital that we know our worth as women. We have to know our worth as women, first of all. Because if you know your worth, it's very vital and it's very important. And I think when, I don't want to get too far off topic, but I think when women grow up without a father and they don't have that father around to teach them, because your father, that's what a father does for a girl. A father tells a little girl her worth. He tells her her worth. He teaches her, he educates her on the type of men to deal with. He shows her by example, and he tells her to be leery of the type of men to not deal with. So the father is very instrumental in a girl's life in that aspect. And if a girl doesn't grows up and she doesn't have that, then she doesn't really know. She doesn't have any positive male figures around her, even if it's not a father, it could be a stepdad or other positive male figures. If she doesn't have that growing up, then then she doesn't know, you know, if, particularly if she sees her mother, if she grows up and she sees her mother having bad relationships and negative relationships with men and being mistreated by men, then it's really gonna be detrimental. It's gonna be detrimental to her, and she will go through a process of not knowing. A lot of women are going through that process of not knowing their worth because of that. But that could be turned around. I didn't have a father growing up, um, and there was a period of time in my life where I didn't know my worth, and I had to go through some experiences in my life, and then I had to come into a closer relationship with God to learn my worth. And it was also through abstaining from sex before marriage. That was another thing that was instrumental in me learning my worth. That's why check out my video where I'm talking about single mothers, not just single mothers, but all women abstaining from sex, because that's through that you will learn your worth as a woman. So is that getting a closer relationship with God, and just going through some experiences, with men that, you know, just realizing that I deserve better, just learning my worth. And I tell you, once you learn your worth, females, once you learn your worth, it's worth its weight in gold. When you learn your worth, oh my God, it's like an awakening that you have, and it's like you will no longer settle for less. You would no longer settle for less. It's like a woman gets a man in her life. Let's say a woman gets married, and she has a most wonderful man. He treats her like a queen. He spoils her. He treats her like a queen. He worships her. You know, he respects her. He treats her with the utmost respect. He treats her with the utmost love. He treats her like a queen. She just because there's women out there that got good men like that or had good men like that. And then let's say he passes away, hypothetically speaking, he passes away, and she goes from that, and then after she got done dealing with that, she can't go back to that other. After you get done dealing with something like that, you can't go back to 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 something. You're not gonna get to go to a place. You after coming from something like that, you're not gonna settle for less, because it's like you okay. This is why my husband treated me like a queen, and I actually had a client that this was mind blowing to me. I couldn't believe it because I'm a woman. I've been a single mother and I've worked all my life, pretty much most of my adult life. Um, and so that's all I know is being a single mom, being a single woman, and just doing it on my own. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. You know what I mean? And I see my mother do it. I see my aunt do it. I see my grandmother do it. I've seen three other women in my family do it. I see my sister do it before she got married. And I see my other sister do it. I mean, it's like, you know, um, that's all I know. I seen women in the neighborhood when I was growing up. I seen other women in the neighborhood doing it. So I mean, that's pretty much all I know. Is women working and doing it on their own. Without the assistance of a man. And so this client I had, she lived in a house and she said that literally, she said she was married for many years and her husband passed away, and she said that she never worked. This woman never worked a day in her life, and I know what you're thinking, she wasn't on the system. She never worked a day in her life, and she was not on the welfare system. She said her husband took care of her. She said her husband took care of her. I couldn't. That was mind blowing to me. I couldn't wrap my mind around that. When she was telling me this, I literally could not wrap my mind around that. It was hard for me to wrap my mind around that. When she was telling me this, but I seen this lady. She said she wanted me to you know, she asked the agency for me. She specifically asked the agency for me. And she's a black lady. She specifically asked the agency for me. And I told her, well, I'm no longer working with the agency. They didn't tell you that. So she's such a nice lady. But I literally could not wrap my mind around that when she told me that. I said, you mean to tell me you've never worked a day? And she said she never, literally never worked a day in her life. She said, my husband took care of me. And she said, now my sons take care of me. I was like, wow. And then she has a house, and I guess she probably gets a pension or something, and Social Security, whatever. Whatever her husband had, a pension or Social Security, she probably gets that, and not being her all in her business. And then she said, my sons take care of me. And she had a nice car, and I said, are you serious? You never? She said, I never, ever worked. And she was never on the system. I'm like, wow. That was mind blowing to me. That put something on my mind. I, I couldn't wrap my mind. I've been working all my life. Most women I know have been working all their life, doing it on their own. And I meet a woman that she said, my husband took care of me, and now my sons are taking care of me. And her husband, even in his death, is still taking care of her. I'm like, wow. I literally could not wrap my mind around that. Like, wow, that's beautiful. I said, that's beautiful. I said, that's all I've ever done. And I told her that's all I've ever done was work. I said, I don't know what to think of that. I can't even begin to imagine having a man taking care of me. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. I would love that. I would love to have a man take care of me. I'm gonna keep it 100. I just I said, dang, I wonder what that be like. I wonder what that be like. I wonder what that's like to have a man completely take care of you. As a woman. So I couldn't wrap my mind around that. It's a beautiful thing, especially coming from a black woman. Most black women ain't got it like that. So I thought that was a wonderful thing. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. But it's when you as a woman, when you learn your worth, it's worth its weight in gold. You're not gonna go back to that other junk, that stuff that you was dealing with before. And the problems with women dealing with married men is that they don't know their worth. Number one problem, they don't know their worth. They don't think that they're worthy of a man, to have a man of their own, to have a man that's going to cherish them and respect them. Because when a married man don't have no respect. He ain't got no respect for you. He ain't got no respect for his wife. If he messing around with his wife, he ain't got no respect for his wife, and he certainly don't have no respect for you, because he's using you for sex. In rare cases, the married man falls in love with the other woman. In rare cases, that's rare. That's rare. In most cases, they out to get what they want. Most cases, they don't want to mess with no woman. In most cases, married men do not want any emotional attachments. In most cases, they do not want any emotional attachments. They don't want any emotional hassles. They just want to sleep with you, have a good time with you, and then go back home to their wife. If they find out that you've fallen in love with them, they may drop you and go find another woman that is not gonna give him those emotional hassles. He don't want no woman hassling him about leaving his wife and all that. He just wants somebody he can have a good time with. And sometimes married men mess with multiple women for that reason. Okay, in rare cases, I not say it's rare, they'll fall in love with the other woman, but that's rare. Most cases it doesn't happen. Okay, so when a woman is dealing with a married man, she doesn't know her worth, first of all, and second of all, if that man, he's not gonna, first of all, in most cases they're not gonna leave their wife. They're not gonna leave their wife, and if they do, and which is rare, but if they do leave their wife, what are you getting? This lady was on Oprah, and it was very pivotal for me because she was saying that. What are you getting? What are you getting? Okay? If he leaves his wife and hook up with you, what are you getting? If he will cheat with you, he will cheat 9 times out of 10. He gonna cheat on you, because what goes around comes around, and you reap what you sow. Okay? And how do you expect for God to bless your union? How you God is not gonna bless that. Because if a man, it says in the Bible, the man leaves his wife and marries another woman, he's committing adultery. Y'all committing adultery. God is not gonna bless that. When you get married, you want your marriage to be blessed by God. God ain't gonna bless that. God don't bless men. As they say, there's a saying, God don't bless no mess. He ain't gonna bless that. He don't bless mess. Okay. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying everybody has their garbage day. And she said everybody has their garbage day, and literally everybody has their garbage day. It's only going to be a matter of time when he going to turn around and do you the same way that he did his wife. So in rare cases, first of all, they ain't going to leave their wife. If they do, you don't want them to leave their wife. But if they do and they hook up with you by chance, you're not getting no prize. If he'll cheat with you, he will cheat on you. Okay? Plain and simple. It's just not a good situation to be in. It's first of all, adultery is a sin. It's a sin. It's one of the major ones. It's up there with fornication. It's up there with immorality. It's up there together. They're both up there together. Adultery. Jehovah God hates it. He detests it. It's detestable to him. He hates it. So you're not gonna get no blessings from it. You're not gonna get any blessings with it. I was in a situation to at one time where I had feelings for a married guy, um, but I never had no. Thank God, I never had no affair, physical affair with him. But affairs start up here. They start up here before they go into physical. And boy, I prayed so hard to ask God to help me emotionally get past the situation, and emotionally I did. Well, what was the wake up call for me was when he said, "quote If I do leave my wife, I'm not remarrying." That's what he told me straight out. So I'm like, okay, June, the handwriting is on the wall. He pretty much done told you in so many words, he ain't hooking up with you. Okay? So you need to, what are you going to do? Keep hanging on to this thing and keep breaking your own heart, or you going to move on from it? So I prayed to Jehovah God, and I prayed and I prayed and prayed. And in order for him to work, you got to do your part. You got to work in accordance to your prayers. When you pray for something, you got to work in accordance with and that goes for anything that you pray for. You can't pray and ask God for a job, and then keep sitting on your behind. What you think, a job gonna come knocking on your door? Knock, knock. Who is it? It's job. It doesn't work like that. So if you ask God for a job, you have to actually physically go out there and start putting in applications, and start putting in the work to look for a job. And then and pray while you're looking for the job, and then he will. That's working in accordance to your prayers. You know, faith without works is dead. So you can't just pray on something and sit on it. You got to work in accordance with your prayers. And that's for anything. That's anything. That goes for anything. And so when you pray, I knew that when I prayed for that, I had to get my mind and my heart in sync. I was having a problem getting my mind and my heart and my sync and sync. And you got to get those two in sync. And once you get those two in sync and you pray, you got to want to get past the situation, whatever it is. You got to want it, because he don't force it. You got to remember, God gives us a freedom of will, and he doesn't force himself on any of us. So you have to want to make that change, and he will help you. If it's a situation to where you have feelings for a married man, or you even involved in a relationship with a married man, you pray. But when you pray, you gotta take action. You gotta want to get past that situation, and you have to know, as a woman, you have to know you deserve to be with someone. You deserve to have your own man, your own husband, and you deserve to be treated with the utmost respect. Because when you're dealing with a married man, he don't respect you, he don't love you, he don't love his wife. If he walking, he's messing with you, messing around with you on his wife. Okay, what that tells you right there what kind of man he is. He ain't no good. Because if he was any kind of a man, he wouldn't even be in your presence. Okay, he would be at home with his wife where he's supposed to be at. So that's no good, ladies. Um, he, it's no good. Being with a married man, dating a married man, is no good. You're not gonna get a prize. You're not. You're getting the booby prize. That's what that lady said on Oprah. You're getting the booby prize, and that's what you're getting. Okay, it's no good. You know, it's no good, and you have to know your worth. You have to know your worth. And these men out here, they think they slick, you know, but if you gotta pray, and you gotta work in accordance to your prayers. It's no good, ladies. I've been there. I've been there. And so I knew I had to work in accordance to my prayers. Um, and once got my mind and my heart and think together, then Jehovah God was able to help me get. Then he was able to help me, and then he was able to help me, and I was able to completely get past the situation. And so that's with anything that we're going through. And I'm telling you, ladies, you gotta know your worth. Gotta know your worth. Dealing with a married man is no good. As Nene Leakes would say, you got to close your legs to married man. You got to close not just your legs, but you got to close your heart and your mind. Don't even entertain them. They approach you, say, tell them, bounce. Don't have nothing to do with them, because you deserve better. You deserve better. You're worthy, and you deserve to have a man that's all yours, that will commit to you. Um, I know somebody that she was with a married guy, and he was call himself separated, and and he moved in, he lived with her, and and then he wound up leaving her for another woman. You know what I'm saying? So somebody playing music. So as women, we have to know our worth. You know, if he and don't the other thing, if you're with a married guy and you're involved with a relationship with a married guy, don't be messy and be calling the wife. That's one thing I ain't never did. I said, first of all, I was scared of God. I had to fear God in me. I said, "Ooh, I'm afraid God gonna get me for that." I said, I'm not crossing that line. I was scared of God. I said, "Ooh, God will get me for doing something like that." That's being a home wrecker. Don't call the wife and say I'm sleeping with your husband. Don't do that, ladies. That's messy. And God don't like ugly. He don't like ugly because that you got to remember. He took vows with her. He take no vows with you. He ain't got no obligation to you. So don't do that. Don't do that in efforts of trying to break up the marriage, or because anyway, um, if he's like I said, he's a married man and he don't want no emotional hassles, he's gonna drop you after that, and he's gonna get a woman. He's gonna get hooked up with a woman that he ain't got to worry about dealing with that with. It's somebody he can have a good time with. There's no emotional hassles, no emotional attachment, and he can just have a good time with her. Okay, I'm telling you how a lot of them think. That's how a lot of them think. So, ladies, you just have to know your worth. At the end of the day, you got to know your worth. You have to know that you're worthy, and that being with a married man, dating a married man is no good. It ain't no good, ladies. Get your own man. Don't be hooked up with nobody else. And a married man better not come within 10 feet of me. Mm-mm. I don't even know if I want to fool with no divorced one either. The divorced one's got a lot of baggage. They got lots of baggage. But I don't know. It depends on who it is. I ain't gonna never say never on that one. But that's what I wanted to say. Somebody needed to hear this out here. There's somebody out there that needed to hear this. You're worthy. You are worthy. And you deserve better than being somebody's side piece, as they call it. And God does not honor it. He does not honor it. Your blessings won't come in. He's not gonna honor. If in rare case he does leave his wife for you, he ain't gonna honor that. So that's some food for thought, ladies. Something for you to think about. Add a little, throw a little, do a little personal testimony in there. Because I wasn't always trying to serve God. I was in the world at one time, and I had that worldly mindset, just like all the rest of the women out here. I had that worldly mindset, and so I I wasn't always trying to serve God, but I always loved God and always believed in God in my heart. But I just, as a lot of people, we just did, wasn't I wasn't at that level spiritually. So, but once you, as the author say, once you know better, you do better. When we know better, we do better, right? When we know better, we do better. So, with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe. I see my views are picking up just a little bit, but I need you guys to step it up a little bit more. My scribes, my views are picking up a little bit. I'm going down through my videos, and I'm seeing that my views are picking up a little bit. Thank you. I want to thank you so much for that. Um, but I need the views to pick up a little bit more. I need to really hit that like button on these videos. Really hit that, click on that like button. I need you to hit that like button. Um, any new subscribers to my channel, thank you so much. Um, but yeah, I need you guys to help me grow. Help me grow, because I got some interesting and wonderful things in store for my channel in the future. But I gotta grow first. I gotta grow first. You know, got to get some coins coming in, and I can do these upgrades. You know, once I get the coins coming in, and I can do the upgrades. But I need you guys to help me grow, and because I got some interesting things for my channel in store. Okay, but I gotta grow first to get them coins. You know, I mean, you feel me? You feel me? You feel me? So I just need you guys to hang in there with me. Um, like, hit the like button, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so every time I do a video, it's gonna pop up on your stuff. You listen, you know, when you're on your break at work, I wouldn't recommend listening to me on the clock. Don't want to get anybody fired out there. But you know, on your break time or whatever, whatever, if you have a job kind of job that you know you have a little downtime, if your employer doesn't mind, you know, you can look at me, but don't get in trouble now. I know how that is. Most employers don't want you on your social media. So, but you know, when you're at home or whatever, if that notification bell comes out, check me out. Check me out. Okay. So, just keep on hanging in there with me. And I'm still trying to get that interview with my son. He talking about he got to gather his thoughts. He's so crazy. I said, what do I need to do to book an appointment with Monzo? I mean, that's his rap name, Monzo. What do I need to do to book an appointment with Monzo? Is your schedule that booked? Can I get an interview? That's the direction I'm going to be taking my channel in. He's going to be my first interview. I want to start conducting some interviews, and that's kind of the direction. Little bit heads up. That's the kind of the direction where I want to take my channel in. I want to start conducting some interviews, so that he's going to be my first interview. So hang in there with me. I'm telling you, I got some good things in store for this channel. You guys got to hang in there with me, okay? Okay, so like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Hi ho, the Mario. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Oh, like, subscribe, and share. Hi ho, the Mario. Like, subscribe, and share. I was working at that daycare a little bit too long. Okay, stay tuned. I have some more interesting video topics coming up. Peace and love. This is Sweet G.